The regular season finally kicks off next week, and that means the return of the NBA Power Rankings. Oh, Power Rankings. You know, those lists from different media outlets ranking every single NBA team for their success and where they stack up against the rest. We're MLive of the Detroit Pistons 24th heading into their final two preseason games. Wednesday versus Charlotte, Friday versus Atlanta, and that's on the low end when you compare it to other outlets. Keep in mind it's still early and most places have not published their first list, but several outlets have done their best preseason balancing act. The Pistons are coming off a 32-50 season last year, one that began with an improbable 5-23 start, followed up with a 7-game winning streak and 12 of 15, and preseason prognosticators in Las Vegas have set the over-under on wins at 33.5. Here's how the Pistons sit heading into the final week of the season and start of the regular season. For what it's worth, we're going with Golden State, the Los Angeles Clippers and Cleveland for our top 3. Bullet ESPN, 17th. What they're saying? I'm reasonably sure Detroit won't start 5-23 again. I am not nearly as confident Reggie Jackson, freshly furnished with an $80 million contract, is a top 15 PG. Have to give it up, though, to Stan Van Gundy, who does everything with conviction. Bullet CBS Sports, 23rd. What they're saying? The Pistons are going to be weird, the Pistons are going to be fun, the Pistons could be very good or very bad or somewhere in the middle. They in the Eastern Conference Mystery Prize. Bullet Fox Sports, 19th. What they're saying? There's cautious optimism in Detroit, but it comes from small sample. Was Reggie Jackson's dominant play at the end of last season for real? How much better will Andre Drummond be alongside a stretch 4? As this team becomes a true Stan Van Gundy squad, though, these Pistons should be playoff contenders. Bullet AOL, 21st. What they're saying? If Reggie Jackson continues to struggle from beyond the arc, it'll put more pressure on Van Gundy to implant his role players to better fit the lineup. And while a handful of players on the reserve squad are useful in spurts, there isn't enough talent across the roster to sustain success for extended periods of time. BulletNBA.com, 20th. What they're saying? The Pistons were just 10-17 with Reggie Jackson, but their numbers with Jackson and Andre Drummond on the floor without Greg Monroe were great. Ilyasova and Anthony Tolliver give them permanent floor spacing at power forward, allowing the offense to look like the one Stan Van Gundy had in Orlando. The old Magic defense will be harder to mimic,